dear students. Yesterday we had started literature chapter number 2, The Magic Rat. We studied in this chapter that there was a Garo chief, Iliman, and his wife name was Norila. They both had daughter whose name was Silva. Silva married a young man named Silkami. After marriage, according to tradition, Silva and her husband Silkami lived happily at her parents' home. According to tradition, she did not go to her husband's house. And at the time of the marriage, many gifts she was given, and the most precious gift was a magic rat, a magic shawl. Silva tried to, it was so attractive, dazzling. Silva was excited to touch the shawl, but her mother gave her a strict warning. Her mother gave her warning not to touch it. She said that if anybody touch this shawl without speaking magic spell means mantra. Without speaking a magic spell, if somebody touch this shawl, he will be destroyed. He or she will be destroyed. It was so beautifully decorated, made of finest silk. And her mother said that this divine magical shawl was given by her great grandmother, given to their great grandmother by the goddess. And since then, at the time of marriage, on the day of marriage, mother hands out. Mother gives this precious divine shawl to her daughter. And this time, Silva got this magical shawl from her mother. And her mother said that never touch this shawl without speaking the mantra. Magic spell means mantra. Without speaking mantra, never touch this shawl. Silva was so attracted with this shawl, and she kept this shawl in a wooden box, locked in a wooden box. She kept this shawl. And this secret she did not tell even to her husband. After so many years of marriage, she did not tell about this shawl even to her husband. And husband also did not want to know what is there locked in the wooden box. She never took out this shawl. To wear. Almost never, once in a year she took out that shawl from the wooden box to air for fresh air and sunshine, to give it fresh air and sunshine, to dry in the sun, only once in a year. And she did not tell this secret even to her husband, that without speaking mantra, if anybody will touch it, she will be destroyed. Even her husband did not know about this. Now many years passed. After many years, Silva's parents grew very old, and both of them died. Now in this house, only two persons were left, Silva and her husband. After some days, one day Silva took out that shawl from the wooden box and spread it to air and dry in the sunshine. She was so attracted, looking fixed eyes at the shawl. For so long hours she looked at the attracted, looking at the fixed eyes at the soul. Just then she remembered that she has to go to there was a small river at some distance near the mountains. At some distance there was a small river. She remembered that she has to go to that river to catch crabs. Crab means kekra. To catch crabs from the river for lunch for her husband. To prepare lunch for her husband. She left the shawl there on the ground and went to the river. On the way while she was going to the river, on the way she saw her husband was coming. On the way her husband was coming from another village, coming home from another village. She told her husband that she has put the magic shawl in the sun to air and dry, and gave a strict warning. She gave a strict warning to her husband that in any condition, whatever happened, in any condition, he will not touch that shawl. She gave a strict warning that he must not touch that shawl in any condition. Husband did not ask anything. He told, yes, I will not touch. It was sunny weather, so bright day. But when Silva's husband came home, the weather suddenly changed. It became cloudy weather. Black clouds spread all over the sky. Black clouds came all over the sky, cloudy weather. Suddenly winds started blowing very heavily, very hard, and also started to rain. Now Silva's husband was shocked, surprised, full of fear what to do, because his wife had told him not to touch the shawl. He shouted so loudly to call his wife, but due to loud sound of the storm and wind, she could not hear her husband's voice. She also was running towards her home, that what will happen now. But here her husband saw that if he will not bring that shawl home, in the strong wind, the shawl will be blown into the strong wind. It will blow to very distant places. So her husband ran outside to bring that shawl inside. But as soon as he touched the shawl, suddenly he felt a change in his body. He suddenly changed into a big bird, a peacock. He changed into a peacock bird more. Now there his wife was also running very fast, but it took her some time because it was not a plain area, it was mountainous area. She could not run so fast due to hilly mountainous area. It took her some time, but when she came near home, she cried in fear. She cried. She did not see her husband. She ran. Only a small portion, a small part of the shawl was visible, seen. She ran to touch that small part of the shawl. But as soon as she touched that small part of the shawl, she also turned into a female peacock. Female peacock is called peahen, morning. She suddenly changed into a peahen. Then what happened? Husband changed into a peacock and wife changed into a peahen. Both of them flew away from their home to another place to live with the other birds and the husband who had turned into a peacock. Even today we see that husbands had touched the big part of the soul, so he had turned into peacock. That's why peacock have more feathers, more feathers, and the wife had touched only a small portion, so the peahen has less brightly feathers, and peacock has more brightly feathers because husband had touched more part of the soul and wife had touched a small part of the soul, so she has less. And even today when the weather is cloudy and it is about to rain, the moor starts crying, the peacock starts crying. It is believed that when the weather is cloudy, it is about to rain, peacock starts crying because it is believed that he has fear that if it will rain, his attractive, bright and beautiful feathers will be washed away. Beauty and brightness of his feathers will be washed away in the rain. Students, I hope you have understand this story. That's all. Thank you.